The World Flying Disc Federation is the international governing body for flying disc sports, with responsibility for sanctioning World Championship events, establishing uniform rules, setting of standards for and recording of world records. WFDF is a federation of member associations which represent flying disc sports and their athletes in 58 countries. WFDF is an international federation recognized by the International Olympic Committee, a member of ARISF, SportAccord and the International World Games Association, and it is a registered not-for-profit 501 corporation in the state of Colorado, USA. Membership: WFDF has member associations in 62 countries, from Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, the Caribbean and South America. WFDF is a not-for-profit corporation incorporated in Colorado, USA, and it was formed in 1985. Disc sports represented include ultimate disc golf, field events, guts frisbee, double disc court, and freestyle. WFDF is a member of SportAccord, the International World Games Association, and the International Council of Sports Science and Physical Education. In May 2013, under the leadership of WFDF President Robert L. Nob Rao, WFDF was granted provisional recognition by the International Olympic Committee and gained full IOC recognition on August 2, 2015. It is now one of 35 sports that are members of the Association of IOC-recognized international sports federations. History: flying disc sport rose with the invention of plastic and celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2007. The early years of international flying disc play were dominated by the influence of the International Frisbee Association, which began in 1967 as the promotional arm of the WAMO Manufacturing Company. Many of the international affiliates began as WAMO distributorships that sponsored tours of well-known Frisbee athletes. Several groups of individual disc event stars like Ken Westerfield and Jim Kennett touring Canada in 1972. The brothers Jens and Owen Velasquez and the team of Peter Bleem and Dan Stork Roddick made several tours of Scandinavia and the rest of Europe in the mid-1970s. Joe Carr-Howe and Stork went to Australia and Japan in 1976, and Victor Malafronta and Monica Liu toured Japan around the same time. Stork, starting as head of the sports marketing arm of the US-based WAMO in 1975, played a crucial role in encouraging the establishment of national flying disc associations in Sweden, Japan, Australia, and in many of the countries of Western Europe. The FDAs began with freestyle and accuracy competitions, but as ultimate and disc golf caught on, the associations began to broaden their focus. The concept of an independent world organization for the development and coordination of all of the disc disciplines began in 1980 at an Atlanta, Georgia, meeting of 40 international disc organizers. A loose federation led by Jim Powers was formed from that meeting but never took off. The following year, the relatively well-established National Flying Disc Associations of Europe formed the European Flying Disc Federation. In 1983, WAMO was sold to Kransco and the IFA was disbanded. Spurred on by the demise of the IFA, Stork called a meeting at the U.S. Open Overall Championships in La Mirada, California. A plan was presented by Charlie Mead of England and a formal decision was made to establish a worldwide disc association in Örebro, Sweden during the 1984 European Overall Championships. This decision was confirmed later that year by other flying disc countries in Lucerne, Switzerland, during the World Ultimate and Guts Championships, and thus the World Flying Disc Federation was born. The first WFDF Congress was held in Helsingborg, Sweden in July 1985, where the first set of statutes was adopted and the first board was elected. The first president was Charlie Meade, the first secretary Johan Lindgren, and the first treasurer Brendan Nolan. Membership was composed of the National Flying Disc Associations and U.S.-oriented organizations such as the Ultimate Players Association, Freestyle Players Associations, and Guts Players Association. Committees were established to oversee international play and rules for each of the disc disciplines. Over the remainder of the 1980s, WFDF took on an increasing role in overseeing and promoting international disc tournaments, with Stork as president and Lindgren as secretary-treasurer. In 1992, Robert L. Nob Rauch was elected president of WFDF and Juha Jalov Herrera became chair of the Ultimate Committee. Over the next 2 years, WFDF was reorganized to better reflect the increasing growth of Ultimate and the diversity of WFDF's membership. The disc committee structure was simplified into a broad category of team sports and individual events. The role of the Rules Committee was expanded, headed by Stork, to ensure consistency, and an annual rules book was printed. With a variety of representation, the categories of membership were further defined, with national associations able to join as regular, associate, or provisional members depending on level of participation and resources. WFDF's corporate standing was reorganized and incorporated in Colorado, obtaining U.S. tax-exempt status. WFDF, with a fairly nominal budget, found help with the increasing use of email that permitted reasonable communication and coordination. In 1994, the application to join the International World Games Association, championed by Fumio Moro Maruka of Japan, was prepared and eventually accepted by the IWGA, leading to Ultimate's participation in the 2001 World Games in Akita, Japan, and in each of the subsequent competitions. In May 2013, under the leadership WFDF President Robert L. Nob Rauch, WFDF was granted provisional recognition by the International Olympic Committee, and it is now one of 35 sports that are members of the Association of IOC-recognized international sports federations. WFDF Presidents. WFDF Event Results. WFDF World Ultimate Club Championship, Lecco, Italy, 2–9 August 2014, Prague, Czech Republic, 3–10 July 2010, Perth, Australia, 11–18 November 2006, Honolulu, USA, 4–10 August 2002, St Andrews, Scotland, 12–20 August 1999, Vancouver, Canada, the 27th of July, the 2nd of August 1997, Millfield, United Kingdom, 22–29 July 1995, Madison, Wisconsin, USA, 24–31 July 1993, Toronto, Canada, 22–28 July 1991, Cologne, Germany, 26–30 July 1989, International World Games Ultimate Championship, Kaohsiung, Taiwan, 19–21 July 2009, USA, Japan, Australia. WFDF 2009 World Overall Flying Disc Championships, Jacksonville, Florida, 9–12 July 2009, Open Division, Conrad Damon, USA, Jack Cooksey, USA, Harvey Brandt, USA, Women's Division, Mary Lowry, USA, Stina Persson, SWE, Mary Grace Sorrentino, USA, WFDF World Ultimate and Guts Championship.